Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where the Latins are making us use their alphabet, this is Ballot.
That's right. When will we get back to using good old-fashioned American numbers and letters? Let's hit this. I'm Patrick Gutfield, and people are very upset about a claim New York's mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani wants to require elementary school students to learn Arabic numerals. And people are freaking out. Which is hilarious because Arabic numerals are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. The numbers we all use every single day. This is the oldest trick in the book. Someone posts, "Politician wants kids to learn Arabic numerals," and half the internet loses their minds without knowing what Arabic numerals actually are. They're not some secret Middle Eastern code. They're literally how you wrote your phone number this morning. The post went viral on X, which tells you everything you need to know about reading comprehension on social media. People saw Arabic and schools in the same sentence, and their brains just shut off. Nobody stopped to think, wait, do I know what Arabic numerals are? They just hit retweet and added 3 angry emojis. Trump is meeting with Mamdani today, which should be interesting considering Trump has called Mamdani a radical left lunatic, a communist, and a Jew hater. That's quite the icebreaker for a first meeting. Most people start with, how about this weather? Mamdani is a 34-year-old Democratic socialist who won the mayor's race earlier this month. Trump is a 79-year-old former New York resident who's threatened to strip federal funding from the city. So this meeting is basically the political equivalent of your divorced parents being forced to sit together at Thanksgiving. Mamdani requested the sit down to discuss cost of living issues and public safety. Trump will presumably spend the meeting calling him names and threatening to withhold money. It's like a hostage negotiation, except the hostage is asking for the meeting. At a press conference, Mamdani said, "Being a New Yorker means that you're prepared for all situations." Which is true. New Yorkers are prepared for anything. Rats the size of cats, subway delays, and apparently meetings with presidents who've publicly called them lunatics. So this conversation should go smoothly. Nothing awkward about discussing deportation policies with the mayor of America's biggest immigrant hub, while you're also threatening to defund his entire city. Meanwhile, Trump is also dealing with some light treason accusations. 6 Democratic lawmakers released a video telling active service members they can refuse illegal orders. Which seems reasonable. Hey, maybe don't commit war crimes is generally solid advice. But Trump saw this and lost his mind. He posted on Truth Social that these lawmakers engaged in seditious behavior punishable by death. All caps. Multiple exclamation points. He also reposted someone saying, "Hang them, George Washington would," which is historically inaccurate and also completely unhinged. But House Speaker Mike Johnson defended Trump, calling the video wildly inappropriate and dangerous. Johnson said that telling troops to disobey illegal orders is unprecedented in American history, which ignores the Nuremberg trials, but sure, let's call this unprecedented. House Democratic leaders released a statement saying political violence has no place in America, which feels like something we shouldn't have to say, but here we are. The president is threatening to execute members of Congress for reminding soldiers that following illegal orders is illegal. And half of Washington is like, well, let's hear him out. So Trump's got a big Friday ahead. Morning. Threaten lawmakers with death. Afternoon. Sit down with the mayor of New York, who he's already called a communist lunatic. Evening. Probably another meltdown on Truth Social. It's all very normal and fine. The White House is defending President Trump for calling a female reporter Piggy on Air Force One. And their defense is that he's frank and honest. Which is a fascinating way to spin the president uses playground insults from 1953. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said Trump's frankness is one of the reasons Americans re-elected him. So apparently, when voters said they wanted someone who tells it like it is, they meant they wanted a president who sounds like he's bullying someone for their lunch money on the elementary school playground. Leavitt told the room full of reporters that they've all experienced Trump's frankness themselves, which is like a mob boss saying, "You've all seen what happens when people disappoint me." There's a difference between being direct and calling someone Piggy, like you're a cartoon villain. But hey, At least he's bringing back the lost art of creative nicknaming. Next week, he'll probably call someone Stinky, and we'll get a 20-minute explanation about how it shows strong leadership. President Trump is demanding ABC fire Jimmy Kimmel. Again. This is now officially a tradition, like Thanksgiving or complaining about Thanksgiving. Kimmel says he's lost count of how many times Trump has called for him to be fired, which is impressive because Kimmel can probably count pretty high. The man hosts a show 5 nights a week. He knows numbers. Kimmel's wife came out of the bathroom and told him Trump tweeted he should be fired. And Kimmel's response was to go downstairs and make bagels for his kids. That's the most dismissive reaction possible. Trump's having a meltdown on Truth Social at 1 a.m, and Kimmel's like, do the kids want cream cheese or not? Trump posted this at 12:49 a.m., 11 minutes after Kimmel's show ended on the East Coast. So the President of the United States is hate-watching late-night television past midnight. That's dedication. Most people his age are asleep by 9:30. But Trump's up, furious, typing in all caps about a comedian. Kimmel called him a snowflake, which is perfect because Trump melts down every 5 weeks like clockwork. Kimmel said if you got this many threats from a neighbor, you could get a restraining order. The judge would say, yeah, sounds like the guy's nuts. Except in this case, the neighbor has nuclear codes. Kimmel ended by saying he'll go when Trump goes. They'll ride off into the sunset together like Butch Cassidy and the Suntan Kid. Then he borrowed Trump's own line and said, quiet, Piggy. Portions of today's show were made with the help of AI and the Latin alphabet.